So this is the second part of the wireframing video. Uh, Here we are going to discuss about how you go about deciding what features or what is the content that goes into the actual home page of a mobile app. So for this, there are two ways of going about doing this. One, you'll have to think on by yourself, like what would be the features or content that would be apt for that particular applications. So this is you being you having an understanding of what the requirement is and going ahead and defining what needs to go into a home page and what would be ideal for this particular app's homepage. The other approach is taking a reference application or a mobile app, and then you go ahead and pick content, various features from two or three different mobile applications, and put it across into this app. So this so sometimes you would have to take a combination approach, that is you would pick certain things from existing apps, and then you would also take decide certain things that you want to add by yourself. So this is these are the various ways you define what goes into a particular page. So the same process also applies when you wireframe for a web application. In this particular thing for Shine Art, I would largely depend on existing apps rather than deciding from scratch what goes into a home page. Why I'm going to take the second approach of taking reference applications and building on top of it is because this is a standard e-commerce app, and there is no necessity to reinvent the wheel. If it is a new application or a gaming application, then you'll have to start from scratch when there is nothing available in the market which is close enough to what we are doing. So that this is the approach available. So since we are taking this referring to another e-commerce app approach, I've downloaded Flipkart, Jabong, and I'm sorry, my Myntra.com's mobile apps, and I'm using that as a cross reference. So since and you already have what are the features that are that are required from this diagram that we drew in the proposal. So you just need to compare this with that whatever features there are, and then come up with a list of features or content that goes into the home page. So that would be the approach that we are taking in. So I'm keeping this in a separate screen since I use two monitors to work. I'm keeping the mobile app user related features diagram in a separate screen. Uh, Before going ahead and starting to work on the actual wireframe, you first identify by comparing it, identify the list of features that needs to be or content that needs go into that home page. Usually, I write it down in a piece of paper. For since I need to share this with you, I'm typing it in an Excel sheet. So if you have worked from scratch, you as you can see in the proposal, there will be a list of items that would have all this, and I do have the diagram related functions in an Excel sheet as well, so we can go go from there. So typically, what is the home page that's going to the content that what is the content that's going to go into the home page? Here is obviously you'll have the logo, then next to the logo, you'll have your name, or you can say page title. For example, since this is so we'll say page title. Uh, then you'll have your search icon, your shopping cart icon. Then so this forms the header of the this is not a fixed header, but this is going to be the header for the home page, and we might have to reuse it in certain places. So then you have your hamburger icon. Okay, this is the menu icon. Then you have your banner follow so banner, then below the banner you will have your category list slash icons. Then you have your special offers. So if you look at this is more or less the same set of things that is already available in the home page of the website. So for easier, if you when you work on applications, mobile applications which are not there in the market, but you are creating an application for the based on a website, you take the approach like this, wherein you will refer to the home page of the web application, pick up the key elements from the home page of the web application, and pass it on to the mobile application. So that would be the approach when you are building something out of the web application. So since we have decided what goes into the home page of the application, now we can go ahead and do start the wireframing in UX Spin. So I'm just going to move this to a different screen so that I can refer it whenever I finish off elements. So just give me so you have your standard thing. So now what you do is you have various elements. So in the side you have this long list of icons from icon sets names from which you can pick it up. The other easy way to do it is you click on this find button here. So what happens then is you would be able to see the immediate like you can search for elements across all the available sets, that is the super from the super sets. So as a next step, I'm going to drag and drop a box. So I've dragged and dropped it, and I'm just going to make arrange. So as soon as you drag and drop it, you have this option to specify how much uh, width you want the box to be. So I feel it's if it is about so you can always refer to the earlier box width. So for aesthetic purposes, let's say we go with 150 pixels, so which is not sufficient. So you just click and you click here, so it shows the width is 320 pixels. So I just go here, select this, that's a color. So then here the first check, then I say 320 pixels. Okay, so it's not 320 pixels, so just give me one. So it's 320 pixels. Okay, so that's correct. Oh, so it's 100 and 320 pixels, so it fits perfectly. Then I just move it so that it, it fits within the screen frame. Then I reduce the height. So this is 100 pixels. I don't want such a tall thing. So we reduce it to say, let's say 60 pixels. Even this is too big. So let's say I say 45 pixels. So this looks good enough for a header for the home page. So I will just if you want to change the color, let's say we want to change it to something that is unique to this particular theme of okay, so you change it to blue, or let's say you want to have a darker shade, so let's say I change it to black, or whichever shade you want. So you have the standard icons tray from the phone, and now you have selected the background for the uh, header. So with this I would just cut short the I'll stop this video.